Pastor, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. So despite the concerns from the state about allowing churches to reopen, you're still pushing for this. Tell us why.
Yes, no, the reason we are still pushing on this is because the argument that the government is bringing is still the same argument that government brought in May. And in May, when we engaged them and they properly consulted with us on what and why do we want churches to reopen. And the understanding from that meeting at that time was that as long as we follow COVID-19 health protocols of sanitizing, washing hands, and also safe, distancing and so forth, as long as we comply to those, there is no way then we can be stopped from having our church services going on. And even I remember, the regulations that were set at that time, were so specific that we had to, as an organization of pastors, to design a quality management system to advise pastors. And then we consulted experts, in the medical space on how to best ensure that we follow them to the T and tick right boxes and so forth. And therefore, now on December 29th, when the adjusted level 3 was introduced, unfortunately, we were not consulted. And we failed to understand that why should now we are not consulted? And secondly, what has changed since then? When we spoke, because the argument is still the same. I remember the Bloemfontein incident was brought, and the late Minister Mthembu reiterated to one of the journalists, and then explaining the logic that was followed on why churches were opened at that time. So currently, this is something that has not been done, and we are failing to understand what's the logic